Dan, it's been a week now since you were officially introduced as the 22nd head coach here at South Dakota State. How would you describe what the last couple of weeks has been like for you?
A lot of fun, some chaos, but I kind of a new challenge, new things to be able to work through is those things excite me. So it's been fun to have every day be something new and a different thing that I need to attack, whether it's hiring a staff, retaining a team, recruiting new players to a team, making relationships, or kind of reconnecting, I guess, with some relationships on campus. Being able to talk to guys like you, when you're an assistant, you don't get all the media attention. So it's been a lot of fun and fulfilling to this point.
So as this process started to intensify, and I know you pay attention to social media, there was a lot of buzz and your name surfaced very quickly. What was it like for you to see that kind of support, that groundswell saying, hey, this is the guy we would like to see be the next leader of the Jackrabbits?
It was humbling, and Jimmy and I are really close friends, so and we kind of know each other's goals and things of that nature. And so when I found out he was taking the job, there's part of you that knows that you may get reached out to. But I really was just trying to be where my feet were and just do the best job that I possibly could for Jason. And then when I was back in Nebraska, I wanted to make sure I was present for my family because there's so many times that you're just distracted as a coach and there's always something going on. So after I heard the news, I really stayed off my phone and social media for a day because I just wanted a day with my family. And then Justin caught me later that evening to talk through it. And then going back, I was going through all these different things, interviewing, what I need to do to prepare. And then I went through social media and to see the players that I had recruited or coached from any school, the fans, the JFPA, then it was, it really put me at peace with, I need to go get this and I'm going to make sure that, this is my home. It just made things really clear to just know the impact that you made on people and that they were willing to be vocal about it.
Well, being a first-time head coach certainly comes with its fair share of challenges. That has always been the case, but it's a different version of that these days, certainly with the transfer portal, NIL, all of those other things. So what was it like for you to see some of the players that were making the decision to stay and the leadership that they showed to try and get other guys to stay and try to kind of calm the waters over that few days?
It was cool to see so many kids be mature. These guys are 18 to 22 years old, and they have relationships built, and they spent a lot of time making a decision as to why they chose the university that they're at. And then when there's change, it's an emotional time. In the first 24 hours, for all of us, not just a college guy, but if something traumatic happens the first 24 hours, you're emotional and a little irrational at times. And then after that, it calms down. And I was proud to see. I didn't even know Chase Mason at the time, but I'm seeing his maturity and Quentin Christensen and the list goes on and on. The amount of guys that were recommitting themselves to this program before I even had called them was really a reflection of the culture here. And truthfully, I when guys, whether they're excited about an opportunity to go somewhere else or they're concerned, when you really peel back the layers, why do people pick South Dakota State? The recruiting pitch here since I got here in 2012 at least is you come to South Dakota State to win a national championship, to have unbelievable facilities, to be around great people. And then when you're looking at transferring, can your next place fulfill those needs? And most places can't. Most places can't say that they're going to be a national championship contender. They can't say that a community supports them. They can't say that they sell out a stadium all the time. And so I think when the guys really started looking at pros and cons of regardless of any option or any school that was going to contact them, it became more clear. And the guys that moved on, I wish them the best of luck. And I always just want what's best for the person. So if they truly believed it to their core that moving on was best for them, man, I wish them nothing but the best.
So now that you have had a little time to digest exactly what you do have coming back, what excites you about these guys, this group?
Football is the ultimate team sport, and what I see a unified group of guys that are all pulling in the same direction, which is unique, especially in the portal world, the NIL. There's been some components added to our world that can create some division within teams. And what I see is a group that is like this. And from a talent standpoint, really excited. And anytime you can build your team with the offensive and defensive lines, you're going to be in good shape. Well, I'm watching those guys run around, and our O-line, D-line guys they look pretty good. And I've seen them play, and we have some experience at those positions. You need to have a quarterback, and we do. And we have more than one. We have a bunch of guys in that room that are competing. And, I know what our coaches that we added to the staff are going to be able to bring in terms of elevating the play of our guys and the clarity. I'm excited to see the guy on our team that none of us have seen make a play yet turn into a superstar. And so that's what I'm really excited about.
You mentioned the coaches. You got to have guys to help develop, and you
do
called
it all.
yourself a developer. But two of the first hires you made were Brian Bergstrom as your defensive coordinator, Eric Eidson as your offensive coordinator. Both guys who have been here like you before.
Yep.
Why was it so important to get those guys in those spots?
Those guys are core. They were core pieces of my development as a coach, and so I've seen Eric. There's the obvious, right? From South Dakota, a lot of people around here know who he is, has followed his career, and the what he'll bring from a recruiting standpoint here. But what I thought, I saw Eric's work. I was a part of it. I saw 1,000-yard receivers every year. I saw 2,000-yard running backs a lot. I saw quarterbacks continually get better and developed. I saw tight ends and O-linemen. Make no mistake about it, the offense that's been run here for the last 12 years, it's all started with Eric. He put in this system, and then Jason gets it, and he puts his tweaks on it. Okay, Zach gets it, makes some tweaks to it. Ryan gets it, makes some, but it all still comes back to where it started. And I think Coach E's going to even be better because of his experience away.
Sure.
So he's also, when I'm hiring a coach, I want first loyal, next hardworking, and then a person of integrity. And we can work through anything else. Well, here's a guy that's been a coordinator, been successful that way, a developer, been a head coach, and then he's somebody that is a veteran presence that I can go to, and he's going to give me the right advice at the right time with no ego involved. Bergie the same way.
Yeah.
Bergie's the most detail-oriented. He's got a way of making football easy for players, and it's cool for me to just know. If I need to hop on an interview with you guys and those two guys are running meetings, they got it, And then to fill in the staff, it's been fun to work with them and filling in the other pieces.
Recruiting is hot and heavy. It seems like it always is now, especially with the portal and all these things. And you've got some holes to fill in terms of personnel and things like that. But over the next few weeks, what has to happen so that by the time spring ball rolls around, you're as ready as you can be?
Yeah, we've got more than enough depth in what we need for to have a really successful spring ball as it is now. We were able to add, thanks to our administration and academic team and admissions department, we were able to add some really quality pieces with short notice in the transfer portal. Feel good about where we're at right now. What we need to do is we need to get the staff fully on campus, allow them to start coaching. They need to work with each other first and then get the information to the players. We need to get in shape and in a position to play football again, and that's going to happen in the weight room. And then we'll hit the ground running early March with spring ball. And in terms of the recruiting piece, there are some really good seniors in high school right now, 2025s, that are still available because everybody in the country moved on to the portal in August. And I'm watching film thinking, we're going to have a shot to sign 10 guys that I can't believe they're out there. Yeah. And so we need to finish that piece of it too.